It's 3:47 in the morning. I am asleep, but my Nintendo Switch is not. That is a shiny Pokémon, and nobody was holding the controller. I built a program that shiny hunts for me, on real hardware. No emulator, no cheats, and no hacked Pokémon. This is how it works, why I made it, and at the end of the video, how you can download it and run it yourself. If you have ever shiny hunted in Pokémon Fire Red or Leaf Green, you know the pain. The odds are 1 in 8,192. So you sit there, encounter after encounter, like buying lottery tickets one after another, hoping this one is finally the winner. For hours, days, sometimes weeks, months, or even years. And here is my problem. I really love shiny Pokémon. I love the moment the sparkles show up. What I don't love is the other 8,000 encounters in between, where absolutely nothing happens. But one day, mid-hunt, brain completely on autopilot, I notice something. Shiny hunting is the same 3 steps forever. Trigger an encounter, check if it's shiny, run away, and do it again. And that is exactly the kind of repetitive task computers were invented for. So I ask myself the obvious question. What if I could skip the grinding and keep only the shiny? To automate a real console, not an emulator, the program needs 2 things: eyes and hands. The eyes are a capture card, same thing streamers use. It takes the video signal out of the Switch and feeds every single frame to the PC, where my Python code can read the pixels in real time. The hands are this little device. It's called a SwiCC. You plug it into the Switch, and the console reads it as a Pro controller. The only difference from a real Pro controller is where the button presses come from. Instead of my thumbs, they come from my code over a USB serial connection. My program sends press A, and the SwiCC presses A. That's the whole trick. Connect the eyes to the hands with some code in the middle, and you get a robot. It reads the screen, works out what to do, and presses the buttons. No game modification, no safe editing. Every Pokémon it finds is 100% legitimate. The bot just has infinitely more patience than I do. First problem. How does the code know a shiny appeared? The answer is pixel colors. The idea itself is simple. Making it actually work is the hard part. A shiny has different colors than a normal Pokémon. So the bot grabs a frame from the capture card, checks specific pixels, and compares them against the normal palette. Colors don't match? Congratulations, that's a shiny. Then the bot has to actually play the game, moving through the grass until an encounter triggers, detecting when the battle menu appears, knowing when a text box is open, etc. All of this is just pixel detection and timing. The bot plays the game by looking at it the same way you do, it just never stops. Now, did this work the first time? Of course not, and it kept finding new and creative ways to break. Every crash taught me something, and version by version, the bot got more and more reliable. And then, one day, with one of those early versions running, it happened. My bot found a shiny, completely on its own. I wasn't even watching. I just came back to the screen and it was sitting there, waiting for me. Encounter count and all. That was the moment I knew this actually worked. And that's also the moment I got greedy. I could have stopped right there. The bot worked, but it could only do one thing, so I kept adding more. I start with the easy ones, gift Pokémon, and right after that, the legendaries. Neither of those move, and I don't even have to run away. The bot just needs to reset until the colors are right. Then, the Safari Zone. It sounds like it should be harder than a normal wild encounter, but for a bot, it's actually easier. You can always escape 100% of the time, and your party doesn't have to do anything at all. Normal wild encounters came next, and there running away can fail, which you can easily fix by putting a fast high-level Pokémon in the lead so escaping works every time. Then fishing, then surfing. Then I taught it to hatch the Togepi egg over and over until it came out shiny. And then I got obsessed with speed. I started out triggering encounters with Sweet Scent, because it's the safest option since the bot doesn't have to move at all. It just calls an encounter on the spot. But other shiny hunters had already figured out that simply moving through the grass with an Illuminate Pokémon in the lead gets you encounters faster. So I went through it method by method. Static encounters, walking, surfing, fishing, and even eggs, and worked out the fastest setup for each one, without losing reliability. Each one of those improvements only bought me a few more encounters per hour, which doesn't sound like much, but you're doing this thousands and thousands of times, so every small gain stacks. A handful of extra encounters an hour turns into entire days saved by the end of a hunt. Since then, this thing has just been printing shinies. And here is the best part. I thought automating it would kill the excitement, but it did the exact opposite. Every morning is like Christmas. I wake up, I walk over to my Switch, and check if a new shiny showed up. Now the part you are here for. Yes, you can run this yourself, and yes, the download link is in the description. Here is the short version of the setup, and if enough of you ask for it, I will make a full step-by-step tutorial, so let me know in the comments. Step 1. The hardware. You need a capture card connected to your Switch and a SwiCC that plugs into your PC over USB and into your Switch as a wired controller. In the description, I will leave info on which capture cards work well and where to buy one, plus how to get a SwiCC, and if you're outside the US, how to build your own. Step 2. Run my setup app. This one's important. It detects your device, reads your game's resolution, and calibrates everything to your capture card, because every capture card outputs slightly different colors and sizes. Then the setup app hands all of that to the hunting app using a JSON file. And if anything there isn't obvious, every option has a help icon that explains what it does. Step 3. Inside the hunting app, you set up your colors. There is a color picker to sample the pixels straight from your own capture feed. And configure the general bot parameters, timings, your encounter method, that kind of thing. Same deal here, every setting has its own help icon. There are a lot of hunting options in there, but I'm not going through them one by one. That's exactly what those help icons and the documentation in the description are for. Step 4. Press start and go do literally anything else with your life. The download link is free, link in the description, along with the SwiCC info. And if you run it, I genuinely want to see what you find. Drop your shinies in the comments or post them in my Discord. Honestly, that's my favorite part of this whole project. Finally, I've got 3 questions for the comments. And yes, I read all of them. 1. Is there any encounter I haven't automated yet that you would want the bot to handle? 2. Do you want the full step-by-step setup tutorial for the app? And 3. Do you want a video on how to actually build a SwiCC? Because that's a whole project on its own, and I'll happily make it if there is interest. Whichever one gets the most comments is the next upload. Subscribe if, like me, you would rather write a program to do the farming for you than spend another weekend running in circles in the grass. The bot never sleeps. It's hunting right now. See you in the next video.